Hi, I'm Mike, and a lot of people have asked us how we've been making these videos with Michelle, who is now making the video of me holding the camera. But I wanted to show you, it's a rather cheap setup we have. The most important thing probably is the audio quality, so we have a good microphone. That's probably the most expensive piece we have other than the computer, of course. But the Yetis get a real good sound quality. You could probably get a better quality with a lapel microphone, even if it was a $10 one that was connected to a wire long enough to go all the way to the computer. But then you might pick up wind sounds and you might have clothing sounds, so we're just using the Yeti and trying to keep it as close as possible. The cameras that we're using, we have them on boom stands just because they're easier to position, but those are the Logitech web cameras. I kind of like, I think it's a C920 or something like that, and you can put it up here again. But the reason, and that one happens to be kind of busted right now, it's not working too good. I have 3 matching cameras, that's important. That one's been giving me a hard time. The reason I haven't replaced it is because with everybody working from home, the price of web cameras went way up all of a sudden. That was a $39 camera and it went up to about $300 on Amazon, because the stores, if you go to Best Buy, you'll see it listed for like 39 bucks, but they're out of stock, of course. And this is just another one on a little camera stand. And I have another one over here. And we're just running USB wires into a laptop. And then we'll come over here and show you the software that I am using. So we're just gonna take a nice close up. And I think what I'll do at this point is switch to a different software so I can, instead of staring at my camera, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, now you're looking at my desktop, and this is OBS Studio, which I think is Open Broadcasting Software or something like that. It's a free program that I downloaded, and over here on the left side are what you call scenes. So I mentioned that I have 3 cameras. So this scene I'm going to call my left main, and that scene is made up right here of my left camera. Or if I go to my center main, is made up of a center camera. Or my right main, the scene is made up of a right camera. Now I have some other scenes set up that are very similar using those same cameras. For instance, this is my left, not main, but this is my left, I call it with demo, and it consists of right there, the subscribe demo and the left camera at the same time. So when I have this particular scene up, you see the thing that tells you, hey, subscribe to this YouTube channel, it's good, and if you haven't yet, you better, okay? With all seriousness though, here's my center with demo, and it's made up of my center camera with the subscribe demo. And I also have a right with demo. I'm going to show you how I use these in just a minute, which is made up of the right camera with the subscribe demonstration. I also have a welcome screen, I have a thank you screen, I have a black screen, which I'm realizing I don't actually need that because there's a fade to black option right here. And then I have a center camera with a low, I'm calling it with lower banner, and that has this little graphic over. It's made up of my center camera and a banner on top. Now, the way I'll use these, this screen on the right here is what is being recorded or broadcasting live if I'm choosing to do this live. This is the next scene. So I'm going to move the camera around a little bit. You'll see that, and I'm pointing it down on the at the yoga mat where Michelle would be. So I'll hit the recording button, and I'm going to push this transition to move what's my preview screen into live. So hitting the button, and now it is on the live screen showing the subscribe demo. And this is where she usually, introduces, says hello and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to get my next shot ready, which is just the center main. So when she goes into her posing, I might get rid of the lower banner, and I'm just going to switch it to the center main, which is a scene that only has the center camera. There it goes. by the way, if I wanted to go back, this is my duration of the transition. So let's say I brought that way up to make it real slow. Just I might do this at the end if I'm switching out, fading out. Now when I hit the transition button, it switches very slowly. See how that was different? Whereas if I drop it down to a more normal speed, let's put it down to about there, you'll see it transitions much faster. There's also a cut button if I want to cut right to it or cut right back. From there, I might go to my right main camera if she faces that direction. And while she's over there, I might adjust this tripod that's by me for going back to it at some point. Now, I have the center in preview, and here's my center with demo. I'm going to set that up as the next one, and you see that there's the little YouTube demonstration. Now if I transition, see, this is a different scene that uses the same camera. When I transition, it pops that demo in there saying, you know, subscribe. And I'll hit transition again to fade that one back out and swap the left with the right again. And then I might get my next shot ready. And I might even choose to cut it and switch quickly from one to the other. All right, so here we have start recording. So if I'm just making a recording, I'm going to usually start with the welcome screen. And again, get my center with the lower banner ready, and I'll hit the recording button, start recording, transition, she'll start talking. Let me get the next shot ready. She starts going into her poses. Let me get that banner out of the way. And at the end, you know, I might get my thank you screen ready. Right there. And she usually does her Shavasana, so I might, by the way, there's our squirrel that she's always talking to. See him right there? I might increase this to do a nice slow transition into the thank you screen. And then I might right here slide down the volume control to make the background sounds disappear and let people fall asleep during their Shavasana. So you can leave the yoga studio and they'll wake up with the doors closed. Recording, transition, she'll start talking. Let me get the next shot ready. She starts going into her poses. Let me get that banner out of the way. And then stop recording and upload it to YouTube. So that's how we're currently doing it. Hope that helps.